Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. What's poppin'? Hello, everyone. Happy Thirsty Thursday, chat. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Ow, I just hit my ankle on my chair. Ow. Ah, shit. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're happy. Alright, what's up, fam? Hello. Guys, I got more of my smart home done. I got more of it programmed. So far, so good. I have a couple more devices to pair around the house and then start just finishing up some of the programming. So far, all the lights in all the main rooms are automatic now and automatically turn off when there's nobody in the room. So yeah, my smart home automatically detects people in rooms and adjusts the house accordingly. So like temperature sensors are working, motion sensors, light switches, what else? A whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff. Let's see here. What else do I have? I just did a whole bunch of things. Motion sensors, tilt sensors, window sensors, door sensors. The only main things I have left to add is I have a smart lock on the front of my house I gotta add in and then program in to do different things when whoever's coming home is home or whatever. Then I have to integrate with the security system because what I want to do is once everybody leaves the house, so me and my roommate, it'll know based on like our cell phones when we leave a certain geofence. If both people are gone, it'll automatically arm the security system, and then when at least one of us comes home, it will disarm it. Should be pretty cool. Should be pretty good. Well, yeah, there's a bunch of automation that I want to do. Or maybe I won't have it automatically. I just thought about it. Maybe I won't have it automatically disarm whenever a cell phone, like one of our cell phones are nearby. Maybe I'll have it just so we still have to manually disarm. They'll always auto arm the house if nobody's home. I think I could do that. I think I can always auto arm it, but then it's still up to us manually to disarm it. Joshua, what's up, my guy? Joshua, I hope you're having a wonderful and happy Thursday night. Yo, Peachy Red, thank you so much for that. What's up? Happy Thursday. How's stuff? How's things? I have to open up 2 more chests. Just finished dinner? Let's go. What'd you eat? I made myself some stew. You did some chili mac? See, okay, I made some stew, and I was like, you know, I'm still hungry. And I had some, like, Easy Mac in the cupboard. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna make some Easy Mac, you know? And then I add in some chili powder, onion garlic powder, pepper, a little salt. Mixed it all together. And yeah, just had like a really nice kind of savory mac and cheese. Not too spicy, but extremely flavorful. Oh wait, chili mac isn't icy. Not chili isn't spicy per se, but you did the chili mac where it's like the beans and like the meat, like the hamburger all with like noodles and whatnot. Is that what you had? And then I ate a bowl of cereal for dessert. Am I weird? I ate a bowl of cereal for dessert. I feel weird saying that right now, but it was like, you know what? I just need something just to top me off, you know? Oh, shit, guys. What the fuck? Why am I at 1,000,000 blood points right now? Chat, what the fuck? What did I do? Wait, chat, how did I get over 1,000,000 blood points right now? I'll do one match. If it doesn't go up, I'll have to spend some blood points. Wait, what did I do? Guys, I have 1,000,000 blood points, or over 1,000,000 blood points. What did I do? Alright. Good enough. Or are we just getting, like, mad blood points right now? Like, crazy mad blood points. Here, you know what? I'm just gonna do that. Let's do speed. Or here, let's do charges. Let's do that. Do 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 do. Alright, so far, so good. No Mori in play, that's good. Ooh, suffocation pit. Alright. I haven't played this map in so long. Did they take that? Is that going to disappear? Okay. Yeah, you better take that out. Take it out! Did he go to the basement? Oh, shit! See ya, sucker! I am the stealth. I am the stealth. Nice. Nice! By the way, I didn't get my envelope. The hell? So you're not guaranteed to get an envelope? Is that how that works? Gotcha! Run! Yeah, I'm getting it. Oh, I'm getting it. Oh, don't you worry, I'm getting it. No, 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 no. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. A little speed, you know? A little speed. You gotta get a little speed every now and then, you know? I'm fast as fuck, boy. No, I won't. Oh my god, dude. We're both rushing for this hook. Is he taking out my boom? He has ruin. What the fuck? He has ruin and we have 2 gens remaining. Oh, he got no value out of ruin because he never pushed us off gens. That's why, like, this new ruin doesn't make sense. Wow, she's just dropping pallets. Hey! Get the cake. Shit. Allie, what's up? God, that Kate is so dumb. Oh my god, take a fucking hit. Why do you rush over here? What the fuck? Oh shit. I was too late. AD! AD! What are you doing here? Dude, what is this team doing? Dude, that killer has to be a bot. He just ran into a wall and then ran around. Isn't there a gen all the way back here, or did we 3-gen? Oh, sick. I think we 3-gen'd. Oh no, we didn't. We actually did split up the gens really well. There is 1 gen left all the way over here. Allie, what's up, what's up? How's it going? Made some mac and cheese. I was just talking about how I made that as like a secondary like appetizer kind of thing. I made some chicken corn chowder stew, and then I made some savory mac and cheese. I put some garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, and what else did I add? I added something else here. Is this? Can I put? Oh wow, they took on totems. And then, oh, and I put salt and pepper in. Just a little bit of salt, just for a little bit more salty flavor. Dude, it's Trapper. What are you doing? What is this Yui doing? Oh yeah, solid wipe. Oh, yeah. FBI, open up! Dabney, what's up, what's up? Yeah, I had 5 seasonings. Sloppy butcher. Yeah, what was it? Garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, salt, pepper. Mixing it all together. Posture check, good call. Oh, I didn't even open up a chest on this. Damn. Guys, I hit 1,000,000 blood points. There you go. There you go. Everybody got out. Oh, and then for dessert, I had a bowl of cereal. So I made chicken corn chowder stew. Then I made some mac and cheese as like a secondary little course, you know, a little savory mac and cheese. And then for dessert, I was like, fuck it, I want cereal. It was a very balanced and complete dinner. Then I have to go shopping tomorrow. I have like no food. The only thing I have left now is one more thing of mac and cheese and cereal. That's all I have in my house at the moment. I think I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna eat the mac and cheese tonight and then cereal tomorrow morning, and then I'll go out, get some food. Prepare for a good weekend.
One eternity later.
One eternity later. I love that sound effect so much. I have to spend blood points. I want to dump it into my killers, actually. Who has good perks? Starstruck, crowd control, no way out. No way out's pretty good. Eruption. What is this one? Scourge, hook, and pimento. Yes. And then plaything. Yeah. I need to get these guys up. I first want to get. What is explodes? No, what's the other one? Is it this one? What am I thinking of? I definitely need this unlocked. Here, fuck it. Let's just start off. I haven't played her. Hydrate. Oh, that's a good call. I didn't get any water. Whoa, that was actually kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to go as fast as possible. I don't want to play killer tonight, but I want to get my killers up and going. You know? Yeah, he blocks all gens for 35 seconds. The obsessions are revealed to you. Oh, so each time a survivor is hooked for the first time. So you can so after you hook everybody once, it blocks all gens for 35 seconds, and the obsessions aura is revealed to you for 5. Interesting. What was this one? Rancor? Yeah, I don't care about that. Ooh, there's a bunch of add-ons here. Ooh, Spirit Fury too. That's not too bad. Whoops. That was a really cheap blood web, but I didn't get anything off of it. There's actually nothing over here that I want. I just want add-ons and offerings. That's it. Pimento, yes. No, don't you dare. Decreases the maximum capacity of dire crows by 1. Damn, that feathers actually seems really good. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible here. X Undying, we take that. Sorry, I'm trying to be as efficient as possible here. I didn't want to waste blood points on Ebony Mori when I'm never gonna actually use it, you know? There we go. That was a pretty cheap blood web. There we go. I want the feather. I guess I'll go for that. I just want to get spies from the shadows off the blood web. That's the only reason why I grabbed it. There we go, Spirit Fury. I'll take that. I just really like Spirit Fury. I think it's a really good perk. Damn. Alright, 1,000,000 blood points. Oh, this one. I don't care about this perk. Fuck you. The heck is this? Oh, it's disabled. It'll be restored for use as soon as possible. Nice. They actually put a red thing on the offering now. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. Got it. Oh, what was this? Any survivors near a survivor being swarmed will also be swarmed? Oh, shit. That seems like a good add-on. There we go. Alright, not too bad. We got to level 37 with 1,000,000 blood points by being incredibly efficient. Hex Pimento. Scourge. Hex Undying. No, I don't know. Like, there's not many other perks. Like, maybe Spies? Spirit Fury? To try to catch up? And then we got a bunch of add-ons now. I heard her best are like a gray add-on. Increases the time stay idle for before disintegrating by 2 seconds? No. No. Repel the dire by 0.5 seconds. I hear this is really good. I hear this thick tar is really good. Increases the maximum capacity, decreases the time stay out before blah blah blah. Any survivors near the survivor being swarmed by dire will also be swarmed. See this? That seems pretty good. Dire crow swarm, it afflicts them with blindness. Exhausted? Oh, you can exhaust them though. Interesting. 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 Red Forest is pretty good. Auto Haven's pretty good as well. It's a flat map. So if anybody destroys a totem, you're trying to force them to destroy a totem. So you kind of want them to blow it up. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Shrine. Alright, let's go back to queuing up. I just want to get, the last 2 killers, Pinhead and, Artist, up to level, 40 minimum, just to unlock the, killer perks that they have. The rest of the, killers, I don't think I care what they are. Woo! Chat! What's going on? What's poppin'? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna play some Minesweeper. Alright. Display capture. There we go. Alright, let's do this shit. Oh shit. Sure. Yes, that works. There's two there. Already two there. Oof. That was bad. I made a 50-50 guess. Man, I'm off. Oh, I don't know about that one. I'm gonna have to work my way around. Well then. That was a 50-50 guess. No, I didn't mean to click that! Son of a bitch, quick! Legitimately forgot that game existed. Oh, dude, this is the best game ever, man. There's skill and random chance involved. It's great. Oh, what's up, Sean? What's up? Shit. Oh my god, like, see, like, all this. This was, like, all, like, random chance. All of it. This entire wall was made to fuck you. Damn. I don't know how I'm missing all these. How am I missing all these? What the fuck did I just do? I think I just, like, glitched the game. I'm not even lying. Oh, hello, just trying to get warm? Yeah, same, man. It's cold as fuck. Wait. Yes. 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 No! Fuck my... Jesus Christ, god... Fuck. I was just about to ready up too. I still have to open up 2 more chests. No, Zombie, what's up? What's up? Been obsessing over X4 lately. What's X4? I don't know what that is. All right, it's go time. Going for me sushi? Hell yeah, I'm going for sushi tomorrow. Shit. It's a space sandbox game. I wish all those space sandbox games could have been. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Sandbox games are really fun. I like that. Yeah, known Zomber. I'm getting sushi tomorrow. The fuck was that sound? The killer must be chasing somebody. Wait. Whoa, it wouldn't let me open it. 8,880. Oh shit, it's a hag.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Is there a gen in here? There is a gen in here. I'm gonna wait on that one. That's awesome, Sean. I love me a good epic space battle. How's that not a great skill check? How is that also not a skill check? A great skill check? What the fuck? Game, come on. I'm surprised there's no rune. See, yep. Let's go! Go! Fucking go! You moron, Quentin, dude! Holy shit, I'm taking somebody's envelope, I don't even care. I want the points, thank you. Oh, GG easy, alright. Wow. Why? Was that the new killer you were working on earlier? Yes, Sean. Yeah. At least we got a fuck ton of points though. That's the artist. She does crow swarms, and gets a lot of knowledge and hits by basically shooting shit through walls. Her hits go through walls with her ability. It's amazingly broken. GWG93, what's up, what's up? Hello. How's it going? Neat, yeah. Yeah, the new killer is really strong. Pretty good, playing DBD with friends, let's go! Heck yeah. That's nice. DBD was meant to be played with friends. This is what I hate about killers DCing. It makes us wait like another 10 minutes for a match. This is nutty. I don't like this. God, DBD gets so boring. Chat, talk to me. What's up? What's new? What's poppin'? Since the hag was bad and basically made us wait an entire match. Or basically is making us wait for another match. Ugh. Dude, this game gets so boring. Finally! Oh. What we got? All of that. Let's go. All right, we're good. We big chillin'. Woo! All right. Sorry, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. DBD was boring me, like, heavily. I had to go get up. Walk around a little bit. Stretch it out. You know how it be, chat. You know how it be. Alright. Tenshi, what's up? What's up? Hello. Happy Thirsty Thursday. You opened it, and I came. Chat, I need some I cames audio sounds in chat. You did not just take mine. Yeah, kill her. She took my goddamn envelope.
I came.
I came.
I came. I came.
Let's go.
Have you ever had a dream that
I have had a
that
dream.
you
Yay.
you could.
Yes, I have had those dreams before. They're amazing. Oh wow. I came. FBI! So many points. I know. Is that crazy? I wish I could give away channel points like faster, you know? Like I like my returning viewers, like I want. Ow, dude, that hurts. He went back to Hook. I want my item back, sir. Let me vote if you escape or flop. But if nobody else votes against you, you don't get like their points, you know? Yeah, the predictions don't give you more points. You can only take. Yeah, the only way points get generated is if people view your stream, and then they can circulate through predictions. It's like a weird kind of like economy thing. I don't want to do the corner gen. Here, this works, I think. Yeah, Twitch is pretty stingy with channel points. Ooh, tunneled out of the match. 4 hooks, only 1 gen done? Come on. Guys, quit being so altruistic and just sit on a goddamn gen. It's not that hard. If the person got tunneled out, then they weren't. Oh, you son of a gun. Go get her! Alright, see it. Gave me the old do-si-do. Like, he's not hard to loot. There's only soup! I love that video so much. What are you doing at the soup store? I need some frickin' totems.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
He doesn't see me. I lost my item, but it's fine. It was already dead and gone. Rip me. I mean... like, here's the thing. There's so many loops on this map. And this killer is not even good. And nobody's doing gens. And everybody's just trying to be altruistic as fuck for, like, no reason. So, like, we kind of deserve to lose this entire match right now, to be honest. God damn it, dude. Wow. Again, like she's just going for the box. Why are you going for the box? I'm dead. Unless I can find a totem here and bless it. No, I can't actually because the chains are up.
You opened it. I came.
Where is he? Nope, fuck you. Fuck it, I'm gone, dude. I just want to get massive distance. Oh shit, that's a fucking bad dude. I'm gonna go for the box, fuck it. Or, no, I saw a totem in here. I gotta light it. I'll heal up and then go for the box, I think. I don't even know if I have enough time to do that. See, look, now we're getting gens done. Like, it's crazy. This killer's not good. This map is terrible for him. Like, none of his chains connect. Like, he doesn't have his ability, like, at all. They grabbed it, cool. Cool. Yeah, if you go down and die on this map against this killer, like, how? Oh shit. Man, fuck, how do you hit that? There are so many windows and loops. Aw, man. Dude, my dead hard didn't fucking work, dude. Like, look how many loops and windows there are. The only reason why I went down is because I got to an unsafe pallet and my dead hard didn't fucking work. There's no reason to be losing this game against this killer on this map. No reason. Other than just teammates being bad and terrible. Like, there's no ruin. There's there's no slowdown at all in this game. Like, yeah, drop it and run. Fuck it, yeah. Oh, this dude camps too. Yui, he's behind you. Grab me. I'm gonna try to go for the box. Give me a fucking door. Thank you. Viking lore, what's up, what's up? How's it going? We're losing against a pinhead on hospital. That's how it's going. We got teammates that are just like, for some reason, like a billion times more altruistic than they should be. And then we got people that just do not know how to loop on this map. Even though this is the easiest map to loop on. God damn it. How do, like, come on. Fine. I'm dead-hearted! Holy shit, dude! I fucking dead-hearted, and you fucking know it, game. Got wrecked by a pinhead named Girth. Oh shit. No, pinhead's good, just not on this map because his chains hit all the fucking walls and shit in here. Like, pinhead doesn't do good. Your teammate blocked you there? No, that's not true at all. I was inside of their thing. No, there was no. You can't block a team's teammate's dead hard, unless they were healing you or something. Oh my god, this fucking killer fucking vaults, dude. Cool, dude. Yeah, cool, dude. Yeah, smack me all you want. I fucking looped you harder than anybody else. You won because teammates literally were grabbing each other's pits instead of doing gens. No, when you save somebody off of hook, you can go through their character model. When you save somebody, you can dead hard through them. Did you hear about the remote code execution that made Dark Souls shut down their PvP servers last weekend? Nice! That's what devs get for not understanding their game's infrastructure and allowing vulnerabilities to creep in. That's literally what kept me employed for the last 15 years. Being a security consultant. Companies hire me to come up with these RCs and attacks to show how vulnerable they actually are. So it doesn't surprise me when a very popular game or service gets attacked. Because one, they just blew up before they even thought about security in the first place, which is their big problem. Most little companies would just be as vulnerable as the big companies if they were as popular. Small companies have the benefit of not having a lot of reach. Went public spectacularly. Somebody used a streamer so that they had a nice live audience. Interesting. I mean, what did the remote code execution do even? Like, remote code execution just literally means you're injecting your own code to run on the servers, but usually not within the context of the game. So, like, all you can do is just, like, shut down the servers. So, usually that means, with RCE, that either means that they had a server issue, where a service was running that wasn't supposed to, or it was running and it was just misconfigured, or they introduced a bug in their code that somebody could tap into a server API and inject some code to control the underlying server. Usually an RCE in a game environment isn't like most gamers like don't care because it doesn't affect them. The only thing it affects is when the devs shut down the servers to fix that one flaw. Rachel, what's up? What's up? Happy Thursday. But yeah, an RCE by itself, like, to me, isn't interesting. It's what happens after the RCE that matters. Like, just because you get RCE on a server and take it over, there's only like 2 things you can do with it that really matter. You can access the files on there, or 3 things really. You can access the files on there, you can access the user accounts on there, and then you could try to pivot into a more sensitive internal network. And RCE by itself is not interesting. What can happen afterwards is usually the most impactful. And that's usually what companies care about even more. Don't have full details, but they got into the streamer's PC through the game client, crashed the game, then started a stack of PowerShell scripts while using text to voice to mock the streamer. Oh, wait. They got into the streamer's PC through the game client. Alright, let me think on this one. Somebody else over the internet. So all that means is the game client then either expose something. So one of 2 things could happen. So we don't even need the full details. Here's how that works. Here's how that works, just based on just what you've told me in one sentence. A game client on your computer is just a piece of software. It talks to a server on the internet. There's one of 2 things then that the client can expose. Let's say the client exposes like a UPnP like port on the internet. An attacker can try to figure out what your public IP address is and then tunnel in that way through UPnP, or they were able to get into the server infrastructure and daisy chain back the client's connection back to the streamer's PC. Which usually means then the attackers had to compromise the game servers in a different way altogether. So to compromise a local client software is a much larger hack. If it's not UPnP. So what that usually means then is if it's not UPnP, the attacker had to get inside the company or inside the server infrastructure of the game and then figure out how to daisy chain and tunnel back into through the client, the game client. So the game client and the server software are different things. The game client is just what renders the game on your computer. The server software is just what keeps track of state of the game, or of the different variables for all the different users on that server. If it's an MMO and there's different servers. So usually the server software usually that's not really what they're compromising. So the attacker must have compromised something else in the company, figured out where their game servers were, figured out where the streamer's client was connected to, and then used that connection to piggyback to the streamer's PC. Which usually means that the game client is doing something really weird that it's not supposed to be doing in the first place. Sounds like it's just really shitty coding. Not too much here, playing with the new 3D printer the boyfriend brought home. How's your 3D printers are amazing. I have 2. One of them is still I had to box it up because I didn't have space for it. It's my biggest one, but I had to box it up, and it's sad that it's in a box right now. instead of being used. And then I have the little M3D little desktop 4" by 4" printer for like little prototyping things. 3D printing is amazing. I've 3D printed a lot of fun little like models and whatnot. But yeah, Sean, really interesting that the attacker decided to hit a streamer with a large audience. It's really weird that the game client would have an RCE vulnerability. Might get another one. I'm building a model for my son's favorite anime. Let's go! Fuck yeah! Yeah, I want to get back into 3D printing. I just don't have the space. I want to reset up my 3D printer because it's a 16" cube print area. I got the M3D Pro Mega, 16 inches by 16 inches by 16 inches. It's massive, and it's fully sealed in too. Like you can do like its own HVAC system to keep the entire print area clear of shit. Like it's amazing. So yeah, I miss making 3D prints. I haven't 3D printed in a few years now, but I still have the printer. Like for me, like without like, cause like for me, my house, like I just don't have a lot of display space. That had to run you a pretty penny. I actually got in during the Kickstarter, so it was only $1,400. It retails for almost $4 grand. So yeah, I got it for fucking cheap compared to what they were selling it for. No, it's crazy. I'll reveal this one and then go for that one. Ooh, Huntress. Bunny Mummy.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, the Pro Mega either retails for $3,500 or $4 grand. I can't remember. It's one of those two. But yeah, it's a beast, and it has a you can print in full CMYK too. So it has 4 print heads that can switch between or mix colors together. So you can feed in 4 4 reels of plastic into, and it can mix colors and whatnot. If I had one, I'd just be churning out tabletop minis all the time. Yeah. Tabletop minis? Fuck yeah. See, that's what people keep asking me for. They're like, hey, I want to like print this thing and whatnot off this site. Like, I bought the print for like 20 bucks or like the files. I was like, alright. But I told them, like, if I ever get back into 3D printing, I'll let you know. We have a second living room that's like 20 by 30, and the only thing in it is my computer. So I'm turning it into my craft room. Fuck yeah, let's go! Yeah, see, for me, so when I got into 3D printing, I got into it because I wanted to make a couple things. I wanted to like engineer some like cases for like some Raspberry Pis and shit. And then I did all that, and then I couldn't think of anything else to 3D print. I was like, huh. Well, I guess I'll 3D print some like other models. But then because I don't have any like space to like display things, my shelves are already like full with just like a couple things here and there. But then once I started noticing that my shelves were filling up with like models, I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I would like to 3D print, like, more interesting things, like cases and screws for things like I actually need. Oh, you fucking thought. You hit that? I'm not dumb, Huntress. Shit, I'm dead. Fuck. The moment I vaulted, I knew I was dead. Whoever has the enthusiast, so that's what interested him. Was being able to print parts and stuff. Oh, he's one of those 3D printing kind of guys with making ghost guns. Oh wait, Are you talking about just like parts, like basic things, or are you talking about a full ghost gun 3D printing? Those you gotta be careful of. That shit can get you into real hot water. That's the one thing I'm scared about with 3D printing, is just all the things that you can make. Because, like, you can, like, 3D print wood now. It's crazy. Like, you can 3D print anything. No, not ghost gun. 3D print. Gotcha. Models and such. Oh, like models are like that. I got you. Yeah, 3D printing, like I love the idea of 3D printing. If you can make things really lightweight, like it's nuts what you can build. Like you can build anything. Like you can build Batman's utility belt for shits and giggles. Like that's how cool it is. And actually make it be a usable thing. The fuck? How the fuck? Quit camping, you little shit. Dude, this David's not doing anything. David, your teammates are dying. David, you stupid fuck. You're the last one. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude, this David's bad. This CHRH of Pig, like, who the... Is that Church of Pig? He's such a swine. Dude. I'm literally gonna point at him. I'm just gonna point at him. David, holy shit. He's doing a gen! Dude. Colby! Nuggy, you got Colby, bro! What are you doing? Wow, he wanted to do this gen instead. Fuck you! Dude, I want some fucking points, my guy. Now you're just gonna leave me to slug out? Cool. Go find Hatch, dude. What a boring fucking game, dude. there's no more hooks on this side of the map. So rather than just give me a hatch, she's just gonna play the shittiest way possible. Which gives her no benefit at all. Like, she already won this game. Like, she doesn't, like, here's what's interesting about just the mentality of killers in DBD. Rather than try to make the game fun for everybody and have really fun, wholesome moments that make everybody feel really good inside, they're, like, the killers that I just mostly see are just like, nah, we know we're just gonna slug you out because we know that your teammates fucked up, so whatever. Even though letting you die on the ground gives you no more points, wastes everybody's time, and does absolutely nothing. It's crazy. What a boring game. And they're camping. Sweet. Wow. Wow. Crazy. Whoa, a lot of people are online right now. Holy shit. Stu's online. I haven't seen Stu in a while. Who's this? Does this person ever shut down their game? Like, they're just always on. That's crazy. Who is this? Sure. I'm just gonna go for envelopes and then chests. I'm not gonna participate at all. Devin Virus, what's up, what's up? Long time no see, what's up, man? Happy Thirsty Thursday. Hey man, my dude. You know, just playing games, you know. Playing games, doing shit with the house. You know how it be. I got more of the smart home done. I got a lot more automation and presence detection and whatnot in each of the rooms, so the lights automatically turn on and off when people are in the room versus not. Then also every room now has a temperature sensor, so now I know how my house is doing, like, temperature-wise. One thing I want to do is, yeah, do a bunch of, like heat, like a chart or a graph or, like, a heat map of, like, how it... You're familiar with automation? Let's go! Yeah, I have an interesting situation because, like, so I bought. You're an engineer, sweet man. Let's go. Yeah, I'm a programmer / hacker. I'm a penetration tester, and then I program everything in Python. And I make, yeah, a bunch of stuff. So that's cool that you're an engineer. Fuck yeah. So I bought before I bought my house, I used to rent in it, and my landlord was also my roommate, and he bought literally everything possible back in the day for home automation. Light switches, motion sensors, door window sensors, you name it. Every possible piece of technology that you can get. Tilt sensors for the garage door opener, front door lock. There's over 100, there's almost 100 different Z-Wave devices in this house. It's crazy. Yeah. It's nutty. So so that was back when I was renting. I bought the house. right, back in 2018. He took the controller with him. Now, because he was an earlier adopter of Z-Wave, all of his devices were Z-Wave version 1.0. Just called Z-Wave. It wasn't Z-Wave Plus, it wasn't Z-Wave Plus, Z-Wave Plus Plus, or Z-Wave Plus 2, or S2, like security shit. None of that stuff. So all the devices in the house, which I'm not going to replace, because he literally put in $4 to $5 grand buying all the first versions of everything. So when I bought the house, he left me everything, but he took the home controller with him for the brains of it to put into his new house. So, but he left all the devices, which was really nice of him. He's like, yeah, you bought the house for me, so blah, 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 here, have all this, but I'm going to tell you. So the problem is, Z-Wave version 1, if you don't have the original home controller, these devices don't repair unless the controller tells them to. Bum 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 bum. Where's my shit? Wait, hang on. Here, I'm just gonna play with the channel points. Where's the Price is Right shit? There. So, now fast forward to now. 4 years later, because I didn't want to do much of it because like it was gonna take a long time, and like I knew it was version 1, and I knew having to go through and repair everything and program everything. It literally took them like 3-4 weekends minimum to pair and program everything. I'm up to day 4 now, and I still have just the I still have about. I've gotten most of the light switches. I've gotten all the motion sensors. I've gotten all the temperature sensors. I've gotten all of the smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors paired up. But I still have like all the door window sensors. And I'm just now getting around to like automating stuff. You create electrical schematics and program safety controller, HMIs, and PLCs. Dude, that's fucking awesome, my guy. I have, my really good friend is also that. I also tinker with robots on the side. Like I built a solar tracker for generating electricity by moving the solar panel 360 degree, or kind of like a half sphere, 180 degree rotation, and then 180 degree rotation on the x-axis, and then 180 degree on the y-axis. And so yeah, I mess around with robotics and electrical engineering on the side, and I also program in Python and other languages too. We need to be able to close off junctions in the duct heat so it could be focused in a room that needs to be based on those sensors. Kind of, yes. There are smart, so you can get smart vents. And that's something I am kind of half thinking about, but here's the problem is I have a slight problem with the HVAC system in my house, where there are certain rooms that take forever to cool down or heat up because they're the furthest away. So part of me needs to figure out what's going on with that. The other thing is, because I've got temperature sensors in each room, I now know how long it takes for each of them to heat up. And what I want to do as part of this home automation is know if somebody's in that room, and that room is either way colder or way hotter than what the thermostat is meant to be, then tell me like, hey, this is gonna take like 9 hours to like cool down this room, or 10 hours for this and whatnot. And then like I can literally use the temperature sensors in different rooms of the house for deciding how long to run like the AC and whatnot. And then because I'm going to be pairing all these Windows sensors back into the controller, I'm going to be able to tell if somebody's leaving a window open and I'm running the AC or the furnace or something like that. It's going to be able to alert me which window is open and say, hey, you got a window open and it's causing this room to not heat up or cool down, or it's extending the time on this. Like, I want to program in a bunch of that stuff and make this house really eco-friendly. So right now, the main goal is electricity friendly with just the lighting. So I've got a bunch of automation right now for detecting when somebody is in the bathroom or whatnot, when they're done being in the bathroom. That's cool, thank you. Yeah. I want to get back to it. Then, because my smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors are version 1 of Z-Wave, which literally came out in 2014, I'm literally working with like 8-year-old, 9-year-old tech at this point with these smoke detectors. But I don't want to buy new ones because it's fucking expensive for like almost no benefit. You have to go into your home controller and tell it how to speak the old fucking protocols. for these devices, for at least the smoke detectors. So I have to put in XML a bunch of things of how to read certain sensors and entities and shit like that. And then I have to also do YAML coding to actually map then all those entities that I mapped with XML into all this shit. So I'm having to tell the home controller how to speak the language of its ancestors. So that's what's slowing down. Because like what I want to do, the number one thing that I really want this house to fucking do is in dire situations, dangerous situations, smoke or carbon monoxide, I want it to turn on all the lights in the house. So that way then if there's a lot of smoke for whatever reason, it's going to try to make sure you can try to see to get out, first of all. Second thing, and I need to talk to my local fire department to see if this is a good idea or not, is if it detects smoke, I want it to turn on all the exhaust fans. So all the bathroom exhaust fans, the kitchen exhaust fans, like over the stove exhaust fans, and try to suck out all the smoke that it can. That way then, on top of turning on all the lights to help you see, it's also going to try to help you breathe a little better, potentially. But the problem is what I want to ask my local fire department about is if I do that, is it creating too much airflow and causing more problems with the fire? Or is it going to create more smoke because there's more airflow or something like that, you know? So I want my house to do everything it can to protect the occupants in any way, shape, or form. And then also flash the outside lights, the back door light, the front porch light, on and off to let my neighbors and everybody else know, like, hey, there's a problem. And then, of course, all of the sirens in the house going off, too. Because you can tie all the... The fuck you want me for, dude? Oh, you fucking thought, nerd. Billy, come on, bro. Dude. See you later, alligator. Oh my god, he fucking missed the door. He's gonna DC, dude. Yeah, so I want my house to be not only eco-friendly with turning off lights automatically, I want it to be smart in, you know, dangerous situations. And then I also want it too, because I've got a security system. Fuck out of here, noob. Woo! Oh, that's cute. We're just gonna keep looping here, my guy, dude. Alright, see ya. Yo, we're getting the fucking business, bro! Oh, shit. Oh shit. Yo, bro, you losing right now, my guy. Oh, dude, bro, you chased me for way too fucking long. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, smart home automation. So, because the smart home can detect our cell phones, it's gonna know whether or not I'm home or my roommates are home by our cell phones and other ways too. So what I want it to do is when it detects that nobody's home, I want it to automatically arm the security system and turn off all the lights. So make it really eco-friendly. And also security stuff too. Dude, how are you guys going down to this guy? This guy's a fucking clown. Oh, he's got fucking Thana. Yeah, fucking Vault and noob. Alright. Alright, Millie. Alright, Millie Vanilli. Quick bit of logic to close the nearest fence until the furthest room is nearly at desired. Yes. Yes, I agree. That would be very good logic if I could control the vents in some programmatic way. I agree with you, Sean, 100%. That's a really great idea. The other thing I can do too is each person, like each person's bedroom, can be programmed by them, and they can set they can set their desired bedroom temperature, and the house will act accordingly for each of their bedrooms. So if one person likes it cold, then it'll shut off the vent if the furnace is running. Or if they like it hot, it will shut off the vent when the AC is running. Things like that. Fuck me, dude. Dude, you people better take fucking hits. That's fine. Did nobody take a fucking hit? Nobody took a fucking hit for him. You better put me down, dude. Damn, dude. I was almost out. Yeah, you guys gotta hide. Come on. You guys have to go up a different way. No, she wasted the good pallet that I was gonna use to get out. You guys, come on. He is such a basic Billy. There's no way I'm gonna die to this dude. Yeah, what would be really, really cool is to have the house set to be able to turn on the furnace and AC, both, and then control the vents too. That way then each room can be individually heated or cooled to the user's temperature that they want. That'd be kind of cool. Can you guys, please, for the love of God, just come get me? Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo! No free hits for you! I tried to waste his time as much as possible. Yeah, Sean, that's it. I'm gonna look into smart vents. Something like if this and that. No. I'm doing offline. The brains in my house are offline. If this then that is only for connecting services that my home controller doesn't already have a service for, because my home controller has an if this and that plugin, and I've already had to use it to integrate with something that doesn't work well with home controllers, or doesn't have a service available for home controllers yet. If this then that doesn't, like, there is logic in if this and that, but it's more of like they don't really do conditions very well with their filters. It's more a, if this thing happens, then fire off this. So it's like one condition to fire off an event. It's not like a multi-if conditional thing like a home controller can do. If this and that is very powerful. It's fucking awesome. It connects services together that were never designed to talk together in the first place, which is amazing. All good. Fun loops. Kept you busy for a while. Metatron. Who is this dude?
All I'm saying is when Exhibit brings...
Nice. LOL. Yeah, I do use if this then that for making my own custom webhooks. So like what I'm doing. Okay, so I have to build another server for my home controller, or for my smart home. So the home controller is great for making like automations and like doing like a bunch of conditions to do certain things, but and for monitoring certain aspects of the house. But to really give it like Jarvis level shit, I have to give it a different brain that can tap into this home controller to activate like automations and scenes and lights and stuff like that, and know what's really going on in the house. So like this is so version 1 is just get everything into the home controller paired and have basic automations to automatically turn on lights and whatnot, and just know the temperature in all the rooms. Just record data. Version 2, I'm gonna go open up some Python code that I'm gonna write from scratch. I'm gonna open up a can of whoop ass on a server, and I'm going to install a Docker server. I'm gonna install Docker, and I want to make it just a Docker container server. And then I want to create little custom daemons for doing like certain things. So like I have like a couple different routers and other systems and whatnot that I want to do, and obviously the home controller doesn't know how to handle different routers and devices on my network, because I have a lot of devices on my network that are not like smart home devices, but they're just devices that I would like to just be managed within the home. So one thing that I'm going to be working on is building microservices on a server that's going to manage and maintain these devices as I want them, and like the outlets for some of these devices, like I want them to only be on or off, or if they become unresponsive, I want them to hard reboot, basically. So if so like the idea is, so I have this little router, and it has an API that is very basic and easy to use. It's very, very basic. It's very easy to create a program around. A lot of times it either gets out of sync with the network that's trying to connect to, or it just becomes unresponsive. So what I want this little microservice to do is basically ping it every minute, but not ping it as in like ICMP ping. I want it to tap into the API and get its current status, that kind of ping. So every minute I want it to tap into this device, and I want to say, hey, tell me your current status. And then if the device tells me its current status, and it tells me it's out of sync, then I want to send in to the API call to resync it. But if I'm trying to ping it every minute, and it's not, and I'm getting either unresponsive, like error, like as in like the device is not, like that port is just not open on the IP address, I want it to go to the home controller for the house. And I want to say, hey, this outlet that this device is plugged into, I want you to turn it off for 10 seconds and turn it back on. So that's the kind of microservices I want floating around my house. Just managing and maintaining the little things that a home controller, although extremely powerful, just doesn't have the ease of use or the usability for controlling little custom services that I have running around my house or devices. And then another microservice would be a potentially text-to-speech interpreter or speech-to-text interpreter. Because like I do have Google Home devices that I can like ask my house to turn lights on and off and whatnot. But and Google's AI and voice assistant is amazing, and you can ask anything and it will know anything. It would be really nice to hook in a chatbot into my house and give it some personality. And then be able to talk to the house. Still be able to have Google Home and whatnot for like the commands and whatnot, but it'd be really nice to have like a custom app that can hook into and receive commands from the Google Home. So when I talk to the Google Home, instead of getting the Google's voice assistant, it passes the quote unquote sentence that I said to the Google Home, pass it over to this like AI chatbot that's running on this server. Or this microservices server. Because then, that chatbot can then tap into other things and do even more things than the Google Assistant AI voice assistant can't do. That's version like 3 or 4. That's like way down the line. But really, really interesting things I want to be doing with this house now. Funny enough, I already have a server kind of built out. I have a NUC that's more than powerful enough to handle running all these microservices. So I'm probably just going to run it on that. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I want to do with this house. Now that I have the brains mostly built now with the home controller. Now it's just feature sets that I just want to add in as I go. And then tweak as I go too. Because I noticed today, even though I keep tweaking every day, the automation for controlling lights in certain rooms based on door sensors and motion sensors. The most challenging being the bathroom, and that's the automation that I keep changing like almost every day. Is because I keep thinking of a different edge case or scenario where I don't want the lights turning off when you're taking a shit. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying, chat? You don't want lights turning off. You don't want to be dark pooping in somebody else's house. Just because the house is like, I don't sense anybody in the bathroom anymore. Yes, I'm going to turn off the lights. Nah, man. Nobody wants to take a shit in somebody else's house with the lights turning off automatically after like a few minutes. So, I have an automation. It's working. It works like for like 99% of all cases. But I keep like thinking of like different things that could happen, like at a party or having friends over or something like that, right? A user that's in the house that I didn't program in, right? Think of it like that. Their behavior. So what I'm programming so far in this home controller is different behaviors that if it detects motion and the bathroom door is still open, well, as long as it keeps detecting motion, toilet bowl sensor for the win, truth. That I honestly God seriously thought about that. I was honestly God thinking about getting a little battery powered little sensor board and literally giving it a heat temperature sensor and literally taping it to the underside of the fucking toilet seat. I'm this close. I was this close to fucking doing that. I'm not even kidding you. And then another part of me is like, well, wouldn't it be cool that once the temperature sensor doesn't detect heat, it just flushes automatically? Like, part of me literally wants to automate my fucking toilet. Literally, I want to ask my house. I want to go, okay, house, flush my shit. And I want the house to flush my goddamn shit. You know what I'm saying? Or not even ask it. It just knows when I just drop the most righteous of deuces. Proximity sensor for the nuts? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. An ultrasonic sensor to detect distance of nuts from the bowl? Oh shit, hell yeah. Yep. Oh, hello. Is this my envelope? It is not. I'm gonna fucking take it though. Wow, they're really bad at looping. But yeah, it's just like stuff. It's just like I'm starting to understand human behavior around a house, and I'm trying to program that into the home controller, all the different scenarios. Like if motion's detected in the bathroom but the door is open, or if motion's detected and then the door closes, then just keep the lights on until that door opens up again. How the fuck did I... Shit, I went the wrong way. Don't you dare touch my boon. No, get away from my boon, dude! I'm trying to heal with it, man! Don't take out my fucking... Dude, Dwight, I hate you. Dwight literally led the doctor to my fucking boon, dude. That Dwight is dead to me. Damn, there's not a totem there. Ooh, a chest. I'll open a chest. And then also, and on top of all these automation for the lights in my house, I need to come up with night modes too. So that way, then, when you walk down the hallway at 2 a.m., it's not gonna blast you with all the lights in the hallway, like in the bathroom and whatnot. So not only do I have to come up with an automation for just controlling one set of lights, but the same set of lights at different times of day, doing different brightness levels. Because I've got smart dimmers on all the lights. So it's just a lot of duplication of what I learn and having to do it for like different times of day. Like in the morning, like I do want it like slightly brighter than nightlight mode, but not so bright that I'm just like, fuck this day, you know? I don't want to fuck up my day, you know? So like morning brightness is gonna be like half brightness or something like that, or like 25% brightness. Nightlight's gonna be like 5-10% brightness, and then full on after like 8:30, 9 a.m. See ya, don't wanna be ya. I'm gonna get hit here. Fuck out of here, bruh. Shit. Did they just give up? Fuck you. That's what you get, Yui, for not paying attention. And getting into my loops. Alright, go for the Jake. Cool, I'm so glad this match is going so well. Going back to what you said before about the on-off solution for non-aware devices, couldn't you use a Pi? Seems like the logic is pretty simple if-then loop. Yes, you could put it on a Raspberry Pi. Funny enough, my home controller is on a compute module, Raspberry Pi 4 compute module, or compute module 4, and then I overclocked the fuck out of it. And it's a power-hungry little shit, and then I put it on a, daughter board. I put it on a daughter board that has a separate power supply and a bunch of USB ports and gigabit Ethernets, 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, Type-C slave ports, shit like that. There's a bunch of like I/O. So yes, I'm not going to use a Pi. I'm going to use an Intel NUC for running Docker containers of Python code, microservices. So yeah, it was a very simple if-then loop with web requests. So yeah, you're 100% right. But I'm not gonna put it on a Pi because I mean I really could, but since I want this to be a really beefy kind of Docker like server, oh, shit. I also don't want to like waste a quote unquote waste a Raspberry Pi on just like such simple little code, you know. Fuck it, I don't care. Run out, run out, run out. Dude, just run out. I can Kobe. Holy shit. The NUC looks cool. Yeah, I got the beefiest NUC. Besides like the skull one, the Skull Lake NUCs. Fuck that. Oh shit, did she just drop down to try to just farm me? Oh, okay, cool. Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck, dude. So yeah, I think my NUC either has 16 or 32 gigs of RAM. And then an i7 quad core in it, and then what I want to do is I want to put like a very basic like little like Debian server on it that's like 100 gig fully installed, or not 100 gig. I'm sorry, 1 gig fully installed. I want to just rip everything out of the Debian installation. I just want to install just basic, just Docker, and I want to install Kubernetes on it. Kubernetes then to just do clustering. And clustering, it's only gonna be like a 1-node cluster at the moment, because it's just going to be on the NUC. The reason why I want to set the clustering now is because if I, say, need another NUC or a Raspberry Pi for something else, I can install Docker and Kubernetes on that device and then just add it to my first NUC. you know? And then the main NUC, the first NUC, will load balance Docker containers automatically and move them across the hardware to run on, do high availability and shit. Make it like hypervisor? No, not hypervisor. That's way too much overhead. Docker is bare bones. Docker containers are better for just running software than a hypervisor. That's why I want to just be a very basic little Debian server that's only got a 1 gig fully installed thing. And then Kubernetes Docker, or Docker Kubernetes. Then it's super bare bones, lightweight, just runs software, siloed, and then high availability it. So like what you can do is like you can tell like Kubernetes like, hey, spin up 2 or 3 instances of this Docker container and then load balance across the 3. And that way then if one like errors out and crashes, the other 2 are there, and then Kubernetes can spin up a 4th one and tear down the one that crashed. Right? All within the same server. Now if this NUC crashes, fuck it, then everything's gone. Or temporarily down. But internally, it can keep shit running smoothly. Do high availability on a single node cluster. Then when you add another node, say like another NUC, or if I do go full rack somewhere in my basement, then you put same thing, Debian Docker Kubernetes, add it to the first node, and then it can do high availability, like 2 containers on one, 2 containers on the other, and then load balance that way. And that way, then if one NUC crashes, the other 2 containers on the other NUC are still going solid, you know, without having to do a full hypervisor and install a bunch of operating systems, worry about passwords and authentication. Yeah. Any straightforward resources to learn Kubernetes and Docker? That's straightforward. Funny enough, Docker's documentation is as straightforward as it can be. Kubernetes is where it gets a little special, because Kubernetes you have to install it as a container, and then it manages the Docker daemon instance itself, and then you have to create a bunch of YAML files configurations for doing high availability. I would first just learn Docker. Don't worry about Kubernetes until you get into full wanting to do clustering and high availability and a bunch of other shit and features that you need. Which, if you're just starting out, you don't need Kubernetes. You don't need Kubernetes. It just adds way more complexity into something as basic as Docker. To create a Docker container is like 5 lines in the Docker file to make, and then there's ways of like doing Docker caching to speed up the build process. And then you can tie it into GitHub, and then you can use Docker Hub to host your images. So that way, then like it's crazy. Like you can do so many cool things. Then you can create Docker Compose. I got lost on the networking. What do you mean the networking? What do you mean networking? Funny enough, Docker, okay, so I was running inside of a VM. So yeah, that's still, okay, let me break it down. So Docker manages the networking of the containers for you into a siloed network. And Docker, Docker will handle DNS and DHCP and port forwarding inside of this little virtual network that it builds. It creates a little virtual network inside by doing like name pipes and whatnot. So it's technically not really officially like a full-on like network. I mean, it is a full-on network, but it's virtualized inside of Docker itself. It's beautiful. Docker will handle DNS and IP addressing and whatnot, and then all you gotta do is you can name that. So okay. There's two modes for a Docker container. There is like a standalone Docker container, and you just port forward to it. So let's say you built a little Python program. It's just a little thing that is like a little simple like little TCP networking script, right? And it exposes say port 80. Let's just make it a basic web server, for instance. It exposes port. You want it to connect to port 80. Docker by default silos that. So port 80 on the Docker container the Docker container that's instantiated, it won't allow anybody outside of the Docker VM, or not VM, Docker container, or Docker network to be able to communicate. So like if you're on the same Wi-Fi as your buddy and you have a Docker container, he won't be able to connect until you give it a config file, which is just one line, and you just say expose port 80 on my laptop or my desktop, for instance, and forward that to this Docker container while it's running, or this cluster, let's say, in case of Kubernetes. So that's like single instance where you just tell Docker to port forward an IP address off of a physical actual NIC or even virtualized NIC into the Docker network. So that's just single one-off. Then there are something called, like, there's named volumes, there's binds for like folder sharing. So same idea with those is you can just tell it, create a network called blah. And without you having to tell it the IP address range, DNS names, host names, all this other shit, Docker's just like, I got you. And just creates a virtual network automatically with all this shit. And then when it spins up a Docker container, if it's a named Docker instance, that's just its host name, and then it gives an IP address. And then if you have another Docker container that you want to be able to communicate locally to this other Docker container, but not all the others that are running, you can give it the same named network, and Docker just throws any new containers with that named network into the same network as everything else. And you just do host names. You don't do anything with IP addresses. It's brilliant. So you don't have to be a network engineer at all to actually code. Because the number one problem that I had with programmers, and I still do, until now, unless they're if they're a Docker programmer and they build Docker images and containers for their software, I don't give them shit, because they chose a platform that handles all the networking for them. The problem that I had with programmers and developers back in the day, and this is back in the day, it's like not even like a few years ago, they don't understand how networking works, computer networking. Like basics of like TCP/IP, firewalls, port forwarding, things along those lines. They're dumb. They're dumb when it comes to networking because they're programmers. So, in order to be a fantastic programmer, you have to understand where your code is running and how to allow people access to your code. So the problem that I have is all these developers are coming out of school. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing, and they start coding in like vulnerabilities and shit. And they don't realize that they're coding in flaws because they just don't understand the underlying architecture of the systems that they're deploying to. Things along those lines. So that's the entire reason why the world is filled with vulnerabilities, is we just have developers coming out of college, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and they just start coding, and then they just start slapping software and microservices all over the fucking internet. And then we wonder why everybody's getting hacked all the fucking time. So is it pulling the network constantly? Any security to protect rogue containers from accessing the network? Yes. Yes. So there's three components to Docker that you have to be aware of. It was just going by name. No. You misunderstand. There's three components to Docker. There's the Docker daemon. That is the underlying engine of everything. Then there is Docker Compose. Docker Compose is how you configure configurations for how to spin up an instance of a container with all the networking settings. Then there's the Docker client too. There's the Docker client is how to communicate with the Docker daemon directly and spin up containers on the fly without needing to do full Docker Compose YAML configuration files. So there's that. So when I say that it handles DNS for you, if you spin up every single Docker container and you give it a separate named instance of a network, none of them can talk to each other. And even though it's doing DNS, it's local DNS within that virtualized network. and they can't cross-communicate. And there's no way into that network unless the Docker container spins up within that same network. But the Docker daemon shouldn't, by default, shouldn't be exposed to the main network interface. So you expose the API of the Docker daemon to only your loopback. So then Docker Compose and Docker Client can only access locally. So you have to log in to spin up stuff. Now, hang on, 1 second. I got a noob on my hands. Fuck out of here, noob. So you can expose the Docker daemon to your network interface, so then other Docker clients and Docker Compose clients can communicate to that daemon. But you have to also lock it down. Fuck it. Damn, bro. I did my best. So, Docker, by default, can be insecure if you don't know what you're doing when you instantiate your containers, or if you don't know what you're doing when the Docker daemon launches. So there are ways of locking down Docker even more than its defaults, and I believe everybody should. Everybody should learn the security of the platform before even thinking about developing for it, and build the foundation first. So building a very strong, secure Docker daemon server is, I think, the #1 thing to start off with first. Oh my god, how are there so many people dying right now? I'm fucking gone, bro. Then, once you have a very secure server and Docker daemon and Docker environment, then start thinking about how to build secure containers and how to audit them for security vulnerabilities. Then, once you get a templated Docker file, I think I'll look again at Docker with something simpler. I'm going to try to build an Elk stack. I was trying to build Elk stack at the time, but probably too much to take in at once. Yeah. Ooh, bless me. Yeah, think of Docker as just a way of launching coding environments where the dependencies are always going to be there for you. That's all a Docker container is just a build environment or a runtime environment that you know is going to have all the software and dependencies for your code to run properly. That's all Docker is. And that just takes advantage of Linux namespaces, Linux kernel namespaces for security and for siloing runtime. Very, very fantastic and simple way of doing things. I actually love it. So then, once you come up with like your Docker template, then your coding and whatnot, then you just tweak your Docker file template to then match how to build an environment that's similar to your dev environment when you built your software. Then you just take your code and you put it into a folder and with your Docker file, and you tell it to take your code, take your dependencies, and put it inside this Docker image. Bada bing, bada boom, you have a Docker image. Then You just tell Docker to just launch it. And if it works, it works. Sweet. If you're building an elk stack, I bet you anything there's already an elk stack image or Docker Compose with multiple different things. Because like in a Docker Compose YAML file, you can tell it to spin up a database server and your code in the same little virtual network and only expose, say, like your API from your main code, but not the port for your database. So your database is siloed off and only able to communicate to the Docker container with your code in it. So there's probably a bunch of Docker image and a Docker Compose YAML file for spinning up an elk stack. So your entire thing of building an elk stack is probably already done. You just gotta look for it. Man, I should have went in the corner and hid, bro. You are so lost, Wraith. But yeah, Mr. Q Wilson, take a look at the Docker documentation, because there are so many basic tutorials in there that I literally learned Docker in like a day and a half. And then I think the rest of the time after that was just thinking the idea of how to build a Docker server. And cheating a little bit and set up Graylog. Still uses Elasticsearch, but a lot of the Kibana was pre-configured. Yeah. That's the beauty of Docker, is everybody's already built images and shared software. Docker Hub is a place with free Docker images to use. Like, there's a Docker container just for Python that I use heavily. So if you want like a Python 3.9 environment, you just specify at the top of your Docker file that image to use. And that's it. All it does is just have Python installed. Then you just tell it what dependencies in pip, with pip to install. Fuck me, dude. This guy's got such a hard-on for me. How did you not go for that bait, dude? You are so basic, dude. Oh, fuck me. Lows on the grab, I know. The Docker tutorial. Oh shit! Somebody already opened this chest, man. Just get me out of here. Yeah, you can spin up a MySQL server without having to install or configure it at all. Docker, you can literally say in your Docker Compose, just spin up a MySQL server and give it this name. And then in your code, in your database connector, you just say, just use this database name. And then in your Docker Compose YAML file, you give it your container with your software, and then there you just have your named instance of your MySQL, and it just starts. And then you just have MySQL, and it just works. And you're done. And then in your code, if you use like SQL Alchemy or a ORM wrapper, it'll just interact with the database and build your schema for you. You don't have to do anything at all. You just create all your data models and you're done. So literally, we're in the day and age now where you don't have to worry about server installation. You don't have to worry about OS installation. You don't have to worry about any of the authentication security behind with the MySQL server because it's literally walled off inside the Docker. I'm gonna call it the Docker garden. It's even walled off even further. It's walled off in your named network inside of that Docker garden. Then, your code, you don't have to write a lick of SQL anymore. You're gonna set up a Samba server tomorrow? Nice. Yeah, if you're a Windows guy, Docker's gonna be rough for you. Docker, Microsoft bought and owns the Linux Foundation now, so there's a Linux subsystem in Windows now that allows, so you can get Docker, what's called Docker Home. And it's a nice little desktop app and web GUI for doing Docker shit in Windows. But yeah, if you're a Windows guy, you're gonna have a hard time with Docker. Just because Docker is basically based on Linux kernel technology. And Linux kernel APIs. Training wheels for Docker? Docker Home, yeah. Docker Home is kind of like training wheels. Because it's basically like it's basically like installing like Word on Windows, right? You get Docker Home, it's this little application you launch, you get a nice little GUI, everything, and then you can launch Docker containers by clicking a button, but you still have to make them yourself with a Docker file. You still have to make your Docker files. Yeah, Docker Home. Let me try to think of this. Docker Home is like Notepad versus Vim on Linux. Vim on Linux is all command line, very, very powerful text editor. And then you got Notepad, that's just a very basic GUI for text interaction. Docker Home still does, like, I think most things, though. I don't think Docker Home has many limitations, but it's not how Docker initially was meant to be run. It's very interesting. I don't know. Docker Home also is a client for you to interact with other Docker daemon instances running on other systems too, if you want. It's kind of interesting, kind of. It gives you a GUI on what's happening under the hood. It's not bad. I might just install it on this system just so then I have something I could quickly just glance over, like, oh hey, cool, my shit's still running. And then go back. Oh, posture check. Good call, Daphne. Good call. I still recommend learning like the Docker daemon and the Docker command line client and Docker Compose first, and then seeing how easy most of it is with Docker Home. Because if you start off with Docker Home, then you're going to be diving into Docker without understanding the underlying technology, and then when you want to try to do something interesting, you're going to try to do it the GUI way instead of actually just going to the source anyway, which is the Docker daemon. So if you just went to the Docker daemon in the first place, then you don't have to worry about the GUI shit. That's my recommendation. So what you could do is get Debian ISO. I'm covered with Linux. Funny story about my first Vim experience. Just started IT as a junior sysadmin. Senior opens Mac terminal, opens Vim, tells me to close it. Oh fuck yeah, dude! Exclamation mark and then slash. It's exclamation mark Q or exclamation mark W. Or slash W2. It depends on whether or not you want it to save. That's right, colon. Whatever. I haven't fucking used it in forever. I'm a nan. I always go into Nano. I swear to God, I'm such a fucking fanboy for Nano. Like, don't get me wrong. If you want to do some really advanced shit, yeah, I'll open up Vim and whatnot and like do all the text replacement shit and whatnot. But if I just need to quickly just change one little tiny thing, I cheat and I just do Nano in the text file, do my little change and then close out of Nano. So what I recommend is get VirtualBox or VMware Workstation Player, which is just VMware Player. Rebrand it. You do PowerShell, Sublime, Visual Studio. Nice. Yeah, Visual Studio is fucking amazeballs for Python now. I'm so old school. I don't do an IDE for Python or anything. I'm straight up. I open up Notepad++. Although Sublime is amazing, on my Mac I do use Sublime. On Windows I do Notepad++. Notepad++ has a lot of PowerShell auto-completion stuff kind of baked into it, so it's not like it's an IDE, but it's like an auto-completer. So it makes it a little easier than doing a Notepad. But I do all my coding without an IDE. Oh yeah, no, yeah, IntelliSense is fucking amazeballs. That's fucking cheating. You can just keep hitting fucking tab and enter over and over again and it fucking writes your code for you. It's cheating! It's cheating, I say! I'm fucking over here just fucking always... I'm typing out everything manually. Copying and pasting off of Stack Overflow. No fucking tab autocomplete bullshit for me. Oh yeah, dude. I've copied so much code off the fucking internet, or I've templated. Here's what I do. I write template programs first. So like I have a bunch of Python like classes for like creating like JSON wrapper versus XML API wrappers and stuff like that, just for like interacting with web services. And then I have a bunch of like classes and other scripts and tools that I do for like file manipulation, things like that. So that way then I just I literally have a repo, a private repo on GitHub, that the first thing that I do is I clone it down in a project, and then I just literally just reference different classes in these pre-templated files. No mither, let's go. Fuck you. Not playing a no mither match right now. The moment, like, I'll do no mither if it's like the entire squad and I'm on comms with them, because that shit's hilarious as fuck. But I'm not, when I'm solo queued, I'm not playing a no mither match. Solo queued, fuck that. So yeah, I spend a lot of time templating my code and saving code that does interesting things or solves interesting coding problems that I've usually had to look up more than once. So I have usually a rule of thumb. If I have to look it up more than once or more than like twice, alright, I need to write a fucking library for this and comment the fuck out of it. So that way then all my documentation is in there for why I do certain things. And then I push it to my private GitHub repo with all my libraries and shit. So I kind of built up a knowledge base of probably dozens, if not hundreds, of classes now. And it's just classes that just wrap like other like libraries too. Like it's not really like anything too special. It's just the classes just handle all the shit for me. So rather than doing like a bunch of like if conditions for like if, that, and whatnot, blah 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 blah. Do you have any tutorials on YouTube for coding? No, I'm a hobbyist. No, I do. Thank you for following. Oh, you were subscribing to Twitch Prime. Holy shit! Thank you. Thank you so much. Holy shit. That's really generous and awesome of you. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. I really thank you. I know you only get one Twitch Prime sub a month, so it means a lot to me if somebody uses it on me. I just do Dead by Daylight on Rocket League on Twitch and YouTube. I'm just a game streamer, but yeah, no, I do a lot of programming, IoT. I'm a security consultant by day. You should code? Oh, I do, man. Right now I'm working on my smart home. I have like a bunch of devices that I'm automating, right? So like, I should code on stream. Oh, you're saying code on stream? Yes. Yeah. The problem is my following is only around gaming, and that's what blew me up, because I started off on Facebook Gaming back in 2018. I've been streaming for the last almost 4 years now, being a game streamer. And I came over to Twitch, and I'm starting to rebuild my following slowly but surely, and it's very, very fun. And I just like to hang out with my core followers anyways, over here. So I mean, if I would do a coding stream, I would do like one a week, because I spend all my time creating game content, and then during the day, I just fuck around with code and security shit, because I'm a hacker by trade. I've been a penetration tester for like the last 15 years. I'll check out the coding stream for sure. Fuck yeah, dude. And feel free to just ask me coding questions like in this chat too. Like obviously, like since I'm playing right now, and DBD is a pretty mindless task at the moment. Yeah, if you ever have any like questions, or like you got cool ideas, or you want to bounce ideas, like I'm totally down to just like answer them here too. Like I'm not a developer by trade per se. I feel like I'm kind of cheating, because I just learned how to code by being a software security tester for so long. Because being a security consultant and a traveling one at that, I've been to like most of the United States now. I get to see the cutting edge technology every week, because I have a new client, new software project to audit and break into every week. So I've seen so much shit, and so many different technology stacks and how people code and whatnot, that a lot's rubbed off. And so I just apply all that knowledge now to my own just like personal hobbies and tech. And like I build like exploits, and like I put a hold on my malware research, because for a while, for about a year, I was a malware reverse engineer and writing my own malware and shit. I've got to expand on what I do, or I'm gonna leave. I get that. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, I started off as a sysadmin, network admin at a college back in 2010, early 2010, something like that. And then I jumped into security like really quickly after that, because that was my first year of college, and I got thrown into the cyber defense competition that's here between Minnesota and Wisconsin. And it's just a regional one. And I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, so it got me into thinking security, and then I just kind of snowballed from there, and then I got my first job in 2012 as an intern at a security firm. Learned from them for a year. They brought me on full-time after that, and that was that was late 2012, kind of. I was doing my first security assessments in 2012. So I've been officially a pen tester now for 10 years. But I've been doing it for way longer than that. Just like hobbyist shit, but professionally for 10 years. So I like to hack, I like to code, I like to make malware and shit, like, you know, like remote access tools and shit. Just helps me, once I exploit a box, launching software that bypasses antivirus and firewalls and shit. Are you familiar with Varanus? Yes! I sometimes look at their blogs every now and then. Yeah, I'm familiar with Varanus. Yes. we're looking at purchasing, I think it'll be a good security tool to augment what we have now. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you're looking at your security program, here, I'm gonna give you the best free advice I think I have ever given anybody that's even paid me tens of thousands of dollars to give them this advice or similar advice. Start off with building a security program. Figure out your policies and procedures for auditing, for deploying software, and getting your log sources figured out, right? And then also come up with deployment guides, security standards, like, you know, make sure it's TLS 1.2 with only, you know, the strongest cipher suites enabled and disable the rest, you know, all these things, right? So the problem that I have with all my clients over the past 10 years is they just buy tools, and then they don't connect any of them really, and then they're all over the place anyways, and then your data sources are in that specific, what the fuck? Your data sources are in like Varanus, and you might not be able to get them out or translate them to another server if you don't like them later. Oh my god, he's blind as fuck. Whoa, you got that? Bro! So, when you're looking at purchasing security tools, like Varanus and like other things for like monitoring and alerting and whatnot, make sure it actually fits what you're trying to solve inside of your security program. Don't just look at it, oh, it's got all these awesome features, it alerts this, this, and this, and this, and this, right? Like have a file server. Oh, no. So, like, what are you purchasing from Varanus, specifically? What are you purchasing Varanus for? The data governance suite. Gotcha. So, with that, I guess what I just said doesn't really apply then. What I just said doesn't apply. If Varanus solves that specific part of your security program, then perfect. But if you're just buying off like one set of tools here and there, and then trying to make it all connect together in like a centralized security suite for like your security team, like your SOC, you're gonna have a bad time if you don't plan how your security operations are gonna work, or your DevSecOps or your DevOps. So I'm probably saying advice that's probably not good right now for you, because I don't know what you're trying to solve with Varanus, other than just your data, or what your big picture of your security program is, and how Varanus is going to fit into that. So I'm probably giving you maybe bad advice at the moment, but that's only because I don't have much to go off of. Find still data, incorrect permissions, anomalous behavior from gotcha. That's the old fail to plan pat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what I recommend for those functions is Varanus. So are you planning on just buying Varanus? It's just going to be an island, and you're just going to expect it just to manage itself, right? And then only check up on it every now and then once you configure it? Or how are you going to handle like alerts and other things? Like, how does that fit into like everything else? No? Okay. It's also tough too, going off of Twitch text and then answering with a slight delay over the internet, you know? It's a little tough. Is it gonna be a tinker, Bubba? Oh, that's a leg spike. That we can build out. Yeah, automated remediation. True, true, true. Yeah, cool. Alright, one sec. Oh shit, okay. He's gonna come right here because of barbecue and chili, I bet. We're moving to OneDrive, so our immediate need is to actually define what we have and what's getting exported. Gotcha. So you're using Varanus to manage, I see, your other data sources. Got it. So like OneDrive and things like that. Cool. Nice. Damn, he's good with the chainsaw. Yeah, no, I hear good things about Varanus. They pop up all the time on my LinkedIn feed. They pop up a lot in the security space too. We use Nessus. Oh, Nessus. Oh my god, Nessus is the best vulnerability scanner on the fucking planet, bar none. Are you using Nessus Pro or are you using Nessus.io, their cloud? You hate Nessus? Really? Why? Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, I've used Qualys, I've used Nexpose, I've used OpenVOS, the free thing back in the thing. Gives you so much work to. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. Nessus has the most accurate results out of any of the scanner platforms. And it finds the most. Most people create Nessus plugins. Nexpose, I think, is like closed source. Nessus Pro, yeah, I love Nessus Pro. Yo, bro. Well, we're dead. No, run this way. Grab me. Holy shit. All right, I gotta get over to them. I gotta get over to him. We gotta split up. Oh shit, never mind. Where's the other gate? It's hard to say because it'll say there's a problem, but not define where exactly it is and how to fix it. Yes, okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yes, you brought up a very good problem with Nessus. Nessus finds the most shit and is the most accurate in my opinion. However, it is terrible at remediation advice. It is terrible. So, here's what I recommend. Is look at if it ties like CVEs and things like that to it, get the remediation advice from the CVE listings and other people's like blogs and shit about it. I'm fucking out, bro. I'm out of this match. And then the other thing is too is I agree with you. It's very hard sometimes. So, as a pen tester, I install Nessus Pro on my local like laptop or NUC and deploy it into the field, bring it with me. Shouldn't you be able to tell me how to fix it? Yes and no. So yeah, that's the biggest problem with the security industry, and that's what I'm also trying to solve right now too. I'm trying to build a platform for vulnerability data management and tap into data sources like Nessus, Nexpose, and web scanners. So, because that's what I've been doing. Yeah. So, the best advice I can give to you is okay, let me kind of explain how I go about it. I know where a vulnerability pops up because I feed Nessus very specific things to scan and pull that vulnerability data from. When you just give Nessus just a big block of IP addresses and you don't know which ones are live or not live, or even what ports are even open on those systems before handing it to Nessus, you're going to have a bad time. Because Nessus is going to take forever, for one, time-wise, and whatnot. One thing that I recommend people do is make asset inventory lists. Yep, every time. Yep. So I think that if you're not doing asset management, you're not doing security. Because the number one thing you need to know is where everything is. And software versions, operating system versions, and things like that. So what I recommend is create a pipeline. Create a Nessus scan. And this is going to be tedious at first. It's going to be tedious as fuck sometimes. It depends on how granular you want to get. I create a little wrapper that connects Nmap through Python to Nessus. And I'm very good at configuring a full Nessus scan to deep dive in to do asset information gathering, documenting all of that, and then being able to fire off Nessus scans on specific things. So I know where a vulnerability pops up because I told Nessus to drill down to a specific IP address to a specific port and check for very specific things on that port based on what I know about the system already from the Nmap scans, and disabling plugins that aren't necessary to run against, or Nessus plugins that are not valuable to know about, like informational findings and things like that. The things that are not like the critical things to really care about. Like it'll pop and be like, we found a host name inside of a certificate. No shit. Thanks, Nessus. Thanks. You wasted so much CPU time and my time just to tell me that. Great. Oh yeah, that'll be tough. Yes. It's tedious. It's very, very tedious unless you have a pen test team that knows what they're doing come through and do it for you, to be honest. Because I love it when a client's like, hey, you did some Nmap scans, right? You got like the XML files and everything. You know what's live and not live and shit. Can we get a copy of that? So like when you bring in a security, I'm going to say security partner. I'm not going to say a security team. I'm not going to say a penetration tester. I'm not going to say that, or a security firm. A security partner. You need to find a company that is literally going to hold your hand through your. I'm gonna go a little marketing vibe here, but you're gonna need you're gonna want a company that is gonna guide you through your security journey here, and also do asset manage and help you with asset management and things like that, and remediation tracking and vulnerability management. Because trying to do this all on your own is an incredible undertaking inside of a company. You have to hire very dedicated people that already know all this stuff. Otherwise, these people may miss it. Now, depending on your skill set, I don't know your skill set and whatnot, but if a system admin is running the Nessus scan themselves on their own system, that's already kind of a problem, right? Because there's a conflict of interest for one, right? So what I always tell companies, if you're not gonna hire a specific security person to do it inside your company, find a third party to do it, for one, just so that way then your hands are clean and you don't have to worry about running this stuff anymore. And like, yeah, we got a pen test a couple years ago. They ran their own Nessus and gave us the report. Keep in mind, we already have Nessus, and yes, I'm the one that runs it. Yeah. So did they only run Nessus and only give you a Nessus report? Because that's bullshit, and you should ask for your money back on that shit. So like here's the problem that I have with the security industry. Yeah, okay. If they shout out a Nessus report back to you, yeah, you were livid. Oh fuck, dude, I feel so bad, dude. No, I hate that shit, because running a Nessus scan is only a vulnerability assessment. If they sold it as a pen test, they lied to you. They lied to you. And then they charge you more to say pen test versus vulnerability assessment. That's why I hate this fucking industry. I quit my job back in June, and I've just been living off of cryptocurrency and investments and shit like that for the past, I quit back in June 6. So I've been I've been chilling, kind of taking a sabbatical from my industry for like the last like 6 to 8 months since June, because I got into an actual argument with my boss. And I said, because I saw a consultant that just literally just shed out Nessus findings on a pen test. And I told my boss, when I reviewed this report, I was like, no, we cannot put pen test on this. You better change the title of this report to say vulnerability assessment, because they did not actually go through the entire network and poke around to see if they can like exploit or escalate on the network. Right? The entire point of a penetration test is to try to penetrate, not just run a tool, validate those findings, and then say you're good. Because that's just a yeah. Exactly what I told my director. Yes. I hate that shit. So I told my boss, like, hey, we can't be just like doing this kind of shit. He's like, well, that's what the industry calls this now. And it's like, no, that's not what the industry calls this now. That's what scam artists call this now in the industry. You can't be charging 5, 6, 7 figures for a pen test. By the way, I used to work at a Fortune 800 company that does pen testing, quote unquote pen testing. They charge for a 2-week pen test. They try to charge 200 grand. You want to know what the consultant did that I was overseeing? They ran Nessus and just validated findings for the first week, and then the second week they're like, well, hey, we wrapped up really early. We can wrap up and go home. I go, well, look at all these Samba servers. Look at all these NFS shares. Have you actually tried IP spoofing to get around and access the NFS shares and shit? Have you tried actually looking at the FTP servers and actually try to download files or upload a link file? Or did you actually try to connect to the the Active Directory server and anonymously and pull out everybody's username and then do a proof and then do credential stuffing, right? They never actually do. They never actually tried to pen in the pen test. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this was for a bank. My story here. I was overseeing this project. I gave the task of the pen test to a consultant, to just a regular, not junior level, but entry level consultant. I said, hey, we gotta do a pen test here. We gotta make sure we're poking around and all these things. They ran Nessus with the entire IP address space internally on their network. What? No. You fucking run Nmap on that shit. You inventory everything, because how the fuck are you going to get the inventory of their network? Pardon my language. How the F are you going to get the inventory of their network to know where to poke next after you give the entire range to Nessus? Internally only? This one, I can't remember. This was a couple years ago. For this one, it was internal. Yeah, by the way, this Fortune 800 company I worked at overcharged the hell out of their clients. Making bank because clients are dumb. And they were buying the name of the company that I was working at and not the actual services, right? The bank, I think, talked us down to like $150K for a 2-week pen test. You want to know what they got? They got a really massive Nessus report. And don't get me wrong, the last week, I rushed through. I was like, no, I'm going on site. We have to get like multiple people on site right now to actually fix your oops. Because the first week you were only running Nessus. What were you doing while Nessus was running? Were you poking around the network? They were like, no, I was just validating as Nessus went. Probably looked impressive. Yeah, that's because I knew my shit and I knew how to dress up the Nessus findings and rewrite them to actually tell where the vulnerabilities were. And then to try to... I won't say this is like unethical per se, but like there are vulnerabilities where we know if the vulnerability exists that there's something else that can exist underneath. I... quote-unquote kind of forged the evidence to make it look like we actually did poke a little farther, and it was correct. We did the test again the following year, and it was there. It was there. Because I just know my shit, and I knew it was going to be there, so I doctored up the report hard to try to give them the best value, the best bang for their buck, because there is nothing else I could do in a week's worth of time where clients, educated guess, kinda, yeah. The client also didn't fix their shit the following year either. So we did this pen test for them. They paid like 150 grand for it, and they still didn't like fix anything. So we came back the following year, and we're like, well, you guys didn't fix anything. So like, what are we doing here? They're like, let's just do the pen test again. We just have to check the box, too, that we did a pen test this year. Oh, hey, so this is just a compliance check? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mr. Q, exactly. Yeah. So I rushed and pulled a bunch of resources into this project the past year for like no reason to try to fix this consultant's mistake of only running Nessus and whatnot and only validating Nessus results. And then I felt like kind of bad because we lost a little bit. We quote unquote lost a little bit of revenue because I asked project management to pull some people in to bring them on site. So I pulled them off of other projects to try to fix this mistake, and the client didn't fucking care anyway. So that's what ticks me off is like I go above and beyond to try to give them the best bang for the buck, and then they didn't take advantage of that either. So that's another thing I don't like about clients is like you bend over backwards for them, and then they still don't like care. So like that's the other challenge with this is like you still gotta bend over backwards to give them the best bang for their buck, but a lot of it sometimes feels like wasted effort from the consultant perspective. Thankless. Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, I'm the one that gets in trouble because our revenue numbers are down because I tried to fix and bring in resources from other projects to fix the mistakes of others and whatnot. Right, it's completely thankless. So, like, this job is, like, super high stress, but I love it. I'm just taking a break right now because of my mental health, you know, I just wanted to just relax a bit because, like, I actually do care about fixing vulnerabilities for clients, or at least giving them the best remediation advice I can. So, like, I care. The problem is, I don't know. This seems very cliche, but I think I care too much. But yeah. So like, what I recommend with like Nessus and whatnot is, Nessus has an undocumented API that you can use that's JSON based. So if you know Python really well or coding really well, you can tap into Nessus and tap into the API, and you can launch scans and pull back vulnerability data. And create like spreadsheets and like databases and whatnot. If you're passionate about your craft. See, I'm passionate about my craft in a sea of people that aren't as passionate as me, I feel like. Or at least my perception is that people don't care as much as I do. So like it just burns me out. Undocumented API. Nessus Pro, they did some bullshit back in version 7 of Nessus, where if you weren't interacting with the API from the web browser, it wouldn't let you interact with the API anymore. All they did was just put a secret API key in the header that the JavaScript file of the browser uses, and if you just put that header in yourself, the API just comes back and starts responding again. Or not giving you like 401 unauthenticated errors, I should say. It was a scheme. It's a scheme from Tenable to make people go to Nessus.io to get the vulnerability data. But the problem is when you're traveling an on-site consultant, how can you use a cloud scanner on an internal network? They didn't have an answer for us. God dang it. So we told them, well, we still need Nessus Pro, we still need access to this API because we tap into this, we use this in our day-to-day to run our service. They were like, well, unfortunately that's going away. And all they did was just put a secret API token in the header in the request. The API was still the same, but now, I don't know what version Nessus is on. I haven't looked at Nessus in like a year now. Or almost a year. I'm not sure what their API looks like, but I'm sure it's the same. But here's what I don't like about Nessus. Nessus's XML file is atrocious. This is what I just hate about XML in general. If the parser or the creator of the XML document doesn't put every single tag in that's in their spec guide, you have to put in so many try and catch blocks and if conditions if the XML tag even exists in the first place. And then just because like the problem I have with the Nessus XML file is there could be tags that don't show up. inside of a finding. Or the structure, basically the structure of the document changes. And you have to do a bunch of if exists shit first to start parsing each finding. So parsing .nessus files and XML files out of Nessus is a pain in the butt. So that's why I like using the API, because it's JSON based. JSON is easy, it's awesome, and JSON is native. Essentially, it's native inside of Python. It just if you pull in a JSON document and then load into a JSON parser, it acts like a Python dictionary, a key value pair system. So I love that shit. I love JSON because I know if I can just get the entire JSON document or string into Python, I'm going to be able to interact with it 100% easier than trying to interact with an XML document. Because also, while interacting with the Nessus XML file, I don't know what the heck was going on. You know, I wonder if PowerShell could handle the XML better. True, but I like coding on Linux. Technically, you can run PowerShell on Linux, but I don't want to do that. PowerShell is great. PowerShell is powerful as hell. I just like Python because I'd rather just run Python on Linux or just install Python on Windows and just know that my shit's gonna work. No, PowerShell is powerful as fuck. Like, I love it. I love it. But I'd rather just run Python. Because everything just runs Python. It's brilliant. So yeah, what I recommend, so yeah, trying to trail back to Nessus. I did it! No! I want this gen! F you! I want my points. I want my gen completed, man. I want my stats for gens completed. Look at my stats. I'm so close to 10,000 gens completed. Look at that. The fourth from the bottom. 9,920. Does he have pop? No, I think he's got surge. That when he downs somebody nearby, it blows up the gen. Because the gen popped when he downed me, not when he couldn't kick it, or he didn't kick it. God, I want this gen so bad. Oh my god, just run over the shit. Oh, BT, yay. What? No, my gen! So yeah, if you have your own Nessus Pro, be very selective of which security consultant firm you pick to do, and ask them for an example report, and then compare their description or mediation against the Nessus database on Nessus's website if you want, or export the Nessus database XML from your Nessus Pro instance. Oh, he's got Rancor. What the fuck? I'm gonna go heal up. Ask for sample reports from your security firms, so that way then you can look at how they report things, and if their sample report no, leave me alone. I should have dead hard sooner. Yeah, this day and age, everybody can call themselves a security consultant or a security firm because there's so many automated wizard next fin. Okay, here's what's funny. This is just between you and me, and Twitch and the internet, I guess. I call security consultants that only use scanners NNF guys, or NFF consultants. Next finish. NNF. They don't put any thought behind what they're doing. They just go through a wizard, they pop in all your IP addresses, the in-scope systems and URLs and whatnot. They don't put any thought. There's not a single thought behind those beautiful consultant eyes, you know? So I tell everybody, just pick a security partner. Don't pick any security firm. And check your budget too, see what they quote. But also try to find quality and whatnot. And if they don't have sample reports, that's an even bigger red flag. Because that means that they haven't been around long enough or even cared enough to try to prove that they are different than all the other guys. Which means that they don't care about standing out. And if they don't care about standing out, then they're just the same next finish guys. And they're just trying to make a quick buck by just using security scanners to generate quote-unquote security pen test reports. It's crazy. I don't know. Part of me does want to start my own security consultant firm, because I feel like I could school so many security firms as long as I find enough like-minded people to do projects with me and to get the right salespeople and the right sales strategy and shit like that. Like, if I can find really passionate consultants like myself, because I really doubt that I'm the only one that's this passionate about doing things right the first time. If I just get the right people together and whatnot, and keep the team small, so then we can keep we can control the quality of the product, which is the report, as well as the interaction after the report and the project's over. Because the entire point of hiring an outside security team is not just to do a pen test and say sayonara, is to stick around so you can keep asking questions throughout the year of like, hey, we want to deploy this. Can you guys do like a quick little one-off pen test or something like that, or give us some quick advice? Or do you guys have any recommendations for XYZ? Things like that. Keep not only bring in a security partner, but also get a bucket of hours from them for actual consultant time. Do you know of any integration Nessus has with SCCM? Is that a thing? You see, that's something that I've thought about for a while too with SCCM. And like trying to install patches and configurations into your deployments of your operating systems beforehand. I don't know of any integrations directly. Finding long-term sec people is hard because it's constantly learning something new. That's the brilliant thing too. That's why I love this industry. Is you can't be an expert in everything. You can only be an expert in a few things. So, finding people that have a passion to learn, as well as finding multiple people with different skill sets is crucial in this day and age. But going back to SCCM, the one thing that I wish security scanners gave is an actual, like, either a link, it's tough, right? Because the scan, there's so many different ways to do a patch or to do a configuration change or a code change, right? It's very tough for a scanner to integrate with a deployment. Run it through PowerShell and export actions to SCCM. You could. So that's what I'm getting at too, is you can take, like, say a finding is tied to like an MS knowledge base or a Microsoft security bulletin. If you know it's like MS22 dash blah blah blah, you could look that up on Microsoft's website, get the link to the patch, and then run that patch as an action, right? That's something you could do. And I've told clients about this before. Yeah, MSBs. Yeah. So if scanners can give you either CVEs or security bulletins that are tied eventually back to a patch that you can either download or give to like WSUS or SCCM and whatnot, or configuration file like a registry file, or like a group policy object that you can import in or bring in or something like that and modify your group policies, things like that, right? Or config files in like INIs or INFs in the system, things along those lines. If there were ways to do that, like it's, I don't know of anything, and I'm just thinking out loud from just a coding standpoint, it'd be tough, right? Because you don't want, that might be really tough. Yes. Yeah. That's the biggest challenge, is how to go from like a Nessa scan or a security scanner to an actionable piece of code to start auto patching and auto change things, because you don't want to start auto changing things without running it through QA. And now you're starting to get into CI/CD territory. Because now you want to push a patch into a build, and then you have to deploy it and test it, and then make sure that those all go properly too. So it's still going to be a very manual effort, and if you're going to go through an entire QA process anyways, then you might as well configure SCCM manually from your security reports. It's a very time-intensive process. Like, this is not easy. This is not easy to solve other than with time and people. That's the only way to do this in a fast and efficient way, is time and people. And then try to automate as much as you can with parser, like if you want to do parsers or integrations or services or companies, which we have neither of. Right, exactly. That's why it's so tough to get security right in corporations, because corporations are on a budget, whereas attackers on the internet have unlimited time and unlimited budget. You know, they can be patient. They can wait for you to deploy something that they know that you probably didn't have a lot of time to secure, and they can just sit and wait and just poke tiny little pokes here and there and do information gathering. And then after like a year of poking and whatnot, and if the vulnerability is still there, then that's when they could strike. Or attackers just run the full on, you know, mother load of all exploits and just try every single exploit at every single port, right? And not to mention the C levels, that CIT is an expense. Exactly. What's sad in quote-unquote capitalism in our industry and just the world is it's cheaper to pay the fine of a breach than it is to fix the breach. It's easier to fix after. It's not easier. It's cheaper to fix after the fact than to put the time and money in beforehand, before launch. And that's where like consultants like myself try to help with that. That's crazy. Yes. I love it when my clients or companies bring me in during the development process, during the design process, the architectural design process of a network or a system or an application, because then we can start giving insight on what's possible from an attacker standpoint and points of entry that we would be looking at as an attacker. Because I've got the attacker mindset down. I love thinking worst case scenarios of trying to break in to places. And the other thing is too, is a dedicated hacker will always get in. You can't stop them from getting in. And if capitalism really worked, these companies would go out of business of being careless with people's data. Exactly. Yep. I agree with you wholeheartedly. 100%. 100%. Companies would rather get the product out in a vulnerable state and start making money on it to then cover the cost of a breach later on, rather than do all the upfront costs, wait, 6 months to a year longer for really large, platforms and deployments, right? Delay the profits for a year, right? So tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, yeah, no worries. Or how about this? I'll tell you, I'll fill in the gaps. I don't like to tell people they're wrong. I like to say I can fill in the gaps. I've had this ongoing beef with the director about our security posture. Okay, yep. Yep, I know how that goes. Yep, I've been in those conversations to try to justify to directors and C-level execs. Oh, RPD. Okay, let's go. By the way, Mr. Q Wilson, thank you for making like my stream like really enjoyable for me, because like I'm a gaming streamer. Nobody really asks me these questions while streaming, and I love talking about this stuff, but I never get asked it on stream. So like it makes it really enjoyable for me to be able to play games and talk about what I love too at the same time, because like it's a win-win. It's Doctor, by the way. Crap. So, beef with the director on security posture. Got it. Yep. Example. Yep. Totem? No totems. No totems. Oh, there's a totem right here. This is very obvious, though. This is gonna get snuffed right away. I like the totems that are in the offices. Where am I? Oh, I'm here. Wait, that's the basement. Oh, shit. Alright, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm coming. Give me a second. God, I made a full circle. I know, I'm coming, I'm coming. It's taking a while to get to you. This is a big map. I tell him we should assume we've already compromised WAN, so we need to identify where our most valuable data is and our base protection around that, working our way out. Yes! Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Middle out. Or inside out security. Yes, yes. Where's the cheese at the end of the maze? And build the maze around that. 100%. So many people worry about the gates to the maze that they don't think about the security at the end of the maze where the cheese is. Dude, where am I? Drives me crazy? Yep. Yep, I've been dealing with that for like 10 years. So many people worry about like their border firewalls and whatnot, and locking everything down and whatnot, but they don't worry about like egress. They always worry about ingress. They never worry about what's on the inside trying to get out. They always worry about the outside trying to get in. What happens if somebody brings in a flash drive and it infects your shit? I was just typing that. Dude, we're on the same page, man. We're on the same page, 100%. So you're thinking, you've got the right mindset, according to me, anyways. I don't know your director, I don't know the budget you guys have, and the restraints that... Here's how you can facilitate this conversation a little bit better with your boss, is ask what are the constraints around us doing things the industry recommended ways first. That way then you frame the conversation around what are the current challenges the company's facing internally, and then how to work around that while still then trying to get to the end goal of protecting what's most valuable to both the company and its users and customers. That's I notice framing the conversation like that is less abrasive than, well, why aren't we doing this shit right now before doing all this other crap? You know, it puts people off when you hit it the abrasive way. And that's just something I've learned by doing this for 10 years, is you have to reframe the conversation. If you're butting heads with somebody or an idea, then you need to reframe the conversation and hit it from a different angle. And that's not something that's not something you learn. That's something that you have to experience and figure out with time and experience. And people management, I guess. That's kind of the problem, though. He wants to do industry standard, but there's an issue of scale. Things has to worry about and prioritize. We definitely don't. Why are the bones rattling? What? The bones are rattling. But you saw something on CNBC that we need to tackle that. Right. So that's the other problem with C-level execs, is they're very reactionary, or at least yeah, I don't know. That's the challenge. Is how to go from reactionary to proactive. So before you start hearing about CNBC and Tech Check and a bunch of other news sources and whatnot, like if you design enough logging, access control before all this gets out, then you can proactively go, or reactively go back through all your logs to see what happens. So like say there's a breach, like SolarWinds, right? If people did the proper logging on requests going to and from a server, like for like a web service and things like that, or even the routes of like who's talking to what, what's talking to what, you can reactively go back through and set filters on your existing logs and access control logs and things like that. And you can trace then, was this exploited and by who? Fuck you! Get out of here! Oh, he's smart. He has a brain. Take a hit! Oh shit, that pallet's not real. Alright, I left. Cool, see it. Oh, that pallet is gone. Jeremy, what's up, what's up? Hence the Greylock server, that was one of my own initiatives? Fuck yeah. There you go. Yeah, with enough logging, you can check for past compromises and vulnerabilities, and trace out exactly what happened. Yeah, yeah. I think that's probably the most powerful thing. On top of asset management, log management. And getting the logs into usable states to do some really interesting things with that data. I need to open up a chest. It's been awesome chatting with you. I definitely be back to the stream. Gotta go to bed. I was the Billy, by the way, a few games back. Oh, let's go, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, come on back. We'll chat about more things and whatnot. It's been great talking to you, too. Make sure to drink water. Oh, good call. I forgot. I didn't get any water this stream so far. Good call. Thank you. Appreciate you. Man. Is this gone? Oh no, this is still here. Where the heck is the last gen? Did we 3-gen somehow? Crap, I think we might have 3-gen. Hey, zombie! What's up? Nice. Jesus, that scared me. Just goes upstairs. Oh, hey. Why does he see me? God dang it, man. He gave me the window. See, dude. You fucking thought, nerd. Got a window, baby. I'm gone. What the fuck? Ooh, that was close. We gotta go upstairs. The heck is this room? He's gonna zap any second. I would think he would zap, right? Let's go upstairs. I can only find this gen. Man, he's zapped just as he was getting out of the tear. Just as I was getting out of the tear radius. God damn it! Oh, this is my first hook. I didn't even realize this is my first hook. God, we've been in this match a really long time. I'm gone. I'm just gonna hide for a minute. We 3-gen, which is why it's super difficult right now. I think this doctor's 1 just on time alone. Yeah. I'm gonna wait for the zap before getting out. There we go. There's nothing to loop here, so I think I'm dead if he finds me, but I think I'm the only one doing this. Yeah. Shit. I need to find a totem to heal. Please tell me there's one back here. No. The library's on the... Oh, library's over there. Dude, I can't find a frickin' totem to save my life right now. Ah. Gotta wait for him to zap again. Here we go. I figured a zap was coming soon. I'm gonna go grab them. Oh shit. I can't get to you, I'm sorry! You better let me still get them. Is there a totem up here? There is not a totem up here. That sucks. Oh, I almost had that, dude. Oh, sucks so much. I don't know where a totem is to heal. I would love to heal. Oh, she got off. Dude, this is gonna be such a long match. I need to know where totems are. This is nutty. Holy shit! It's fine. What a boring game. God dang it. Dude, you had to wait out a 3-gen, bro. You can't smack me for that. Woo! That was a really long game. We've been going for almost 4 hours now. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Alright, chat. Yeah. I'm gonna call it a night. Because it's almost midnight. 20 minutes to midnight for me. Chat, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Everybody that was here, thank you so much. Make sure to follow. I'll be going live tomorrow night as well. Actually, no, I can't. Actually, I'm sorry. Tomorrow night, I'm going out with some friends. So tomorrow night, no stream. I forgot about that. My bad. I got your hopes up. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. My bad. We're going to be going live again on Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time, right here. Chat, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you guys stay safe, stay awesome out there. And yeah, eat a bunch of like nachos and shit. Like treat yourself, chat. Treat yourself. You know, we got this weekend coming up. Have a good time with it. All right, chat. See you.